Dear disc golf friends from all over the world, Frolf is back and offers you the final, the leading card in the MPO of the 35th German Championships in Salzgitter. The championships were played on an island in Salzgittersee, and we had in the field Germany's top players, also some of them in the leading card, and we also have Germany's top commentator. I'm not talking about myself, Dr. Delay, but about my guest, Mr. Dave Lizotte, also known as the man who gave Simon the necessary disc golf genes. Hello, Dave.
Hi, and thanks for having me back here. It's great to be here. I'm happy
I'm glad to have you here again. Let's start with the players.
All right.
The guy who's in the lead is only 16 years old. He's the only amateur in the flight. His name is Timo Hartmann. His ranking is 1028. Number 2, Marvin Tetzel, a guy who has won several second places, never won the title, who's only 3 throws back, and he has a ranking of 1043 after the German Championships. Dominik Stampfer from the south of Germany with a ranking of 1010 is 10 or 12 throws behind it, and he's fighting for third place with this guy, a member of the Braun family, Victor Braun, the only lefty in the flight. He has an actual ranking of 1002. Well, thanks to our sponsor, let's start with hole number 1, Dave.
All right, thanks. It's a relatively short hole, but a very sharp left to right angle. The basket's up on the hill, and there is OB if you throw a little too far left or a little too far long, which makes this hole very difficult on the edge of a little hill here. So we'll see what they do.
Plus, it's the start of the final, and I guess the guys will be a little nervous.
Das ist ja schon die dritte Runde in der Konstellation, ne?
The guy in the background, we should have taped him, I'm sorry about this, is Andreas, the TD of the German Championships. Very nice guy, very experienced. Next time we'll let him speak.
So here's Timo. As I expected, most of the right-handed players are going to be going with a sidearm, little forehand flick. Although little is also relative, you know. It is 100 meters, and it would appear as if he's got a Doombird. I believe it's a Doombird 3, the FD3 from Simon's line, and yeah, he's put it probably a little bit too far away for a serious attempt at a birdie.
Yeah, for those who are not familiar with the metric system, you can find the distances in feet above in the little box. So don't complain, please. We use the metric system, and we do build Mercedes. So here we go.
So there we go.
You told me that Marvin has a higher ranking than Simon right
That's
now?
true. That's true enough. Yeah, Simon, I was talking with Simon the other day, and he said, you know what? Marvin Tetzel has a better rating than me. So
well, Marvin always was ranked very good over the past years, but he only plays like 2-3 tournaments each year, so you would think he's not very experienced, but he's always focused.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he doesn't get out onto the disc golf scene a little more. Maybe also take a hike to the States and see what he can do there. It's a different story. I know Dominik, who's now throwing also a little flick, but he went a little easy on it, and he's stuck in the bushes there, but he'll probably have an easy up and down. And I think Dominik was in the States doing a little touring, and I was keeping an eye on him. And boy, it makes a difference when you're playing with what we tend to call the big boys in the States, and they're good. But we also have good players here, and here's the first lefty, Victor Braun.
A member of the Braun family.
Little standard hyzer, and he's landing on the green within 5-6 meters of the pin.
Victor's brother Jerome won the German championships. Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
Yes, I believe it was 2 or 3 years ago, actually. So here we have Dominik going for his, just throwing it into where he can have an easy putt, get the first hole over with.
It was quite windy.
It was windy, yes.
It wasn't, I wouldn't say stormy, but you can see it. You can see the flag really moving. So those guys decided to lay up.
Yeah. And Marvin is certainly going for it. Just hits off the chains left, but he stays in bounds. The outbounds is really close to that little pavilion there, just a couple meters behind it.
What is that
and
thing?
here's Victor for the art. That thing is art. And Victor's going, he's the closest to the pin, and he's going for, which should have been a relatively easy birdie, but we all know the pressures of first hole, first putt, German championships, cameras are there, a lot of people are watching. And no matter how cool and calm and collected you are, it's still, got to shake those jitters off the first hole, and that's okay. So we got 3 players coming out with par. I mean, he'll make this, so that's all 4 players, not 3 players. Coming out of there with pars.
So a modest
no harm,
start.
No joy, no harm on the first hole. Everyone's just taking it easy. And on to hole 2, which will be coming up soon. There it is. Basically straight away, 175 meters. It's a bit of an advantage for long throwers here who can get it up into this little alley here. It is uphill, and like we've mentioned before, the wind is blowing. It's between blowing and howling at some points. And so you do have a crosswind on this, and there are a lot of bushes on the right. And one thing I've noticed about this course, avoid the bushes at all costs, because it's very thick. Oh,
yes, they are. We
Timo
will see
got
this
into
in
one, but he's come out okay. So he's got a pretty straightway approach shot to the basket. Now there's a nice clean shot. He's going to land a little bit left. He'll have another little left to right up shot to the basket.
Yeah, as you can see, there's quite a gallery. There were restrictions, corona restrictions, of course, and people tried to, keep the distance as best as possible. But on the other hand, it's so much more fun for the players to being watched, not just by cameras.
Yeah. Oh, and Dominik's slipping off to the left a little bit.
Yeah, close.
The path was OB, but he's still good 15, 20 meters away from the path. It just looked a little different. And now Victor has a little bit of an advantage here, theoretically, because he can really bomb one out towards that first tree and just have it fade in. Maybe 110, 120 meters, just have it fade in. And he's kept it very low.
He almost bounced it a little.
Yeah. And he's got a skip, and it's gone into those rusty silver, that rusty
another
brown
piece of
sculpture
art, I guess.
is where Victor ended up. So Timo has a nice easy flick approach, and he puts it within 5-6 meters. Should be a good putt. I don't want to say easy putt, but it's a pretty solid putt.
This perspective gives you an idea how narrow the hole actually is.
It's only about 10-15 meters wide at the most at the area here.
So that's we could call this picture Victor in between art.
Yeah, and
it's too high, and he's behind the bush.
Too high, too far left, but an exceptional throw, considering where he was. His position where he was, that was quite a good throw. And he's within 5-6 meters of the basket as well, so he should be putting that in for a birdie.
Well, the course offers the top players lots of birdie possibilities. Yeah. So I'd say those players tend to attack pretty
Okay.
much each hole.
Yeah, so this is not an easy birdie.
no.
But it is, I think it
It's-
is one of the easier birdieable holes in terms of the par fours that we're going to have a look at. All right, so he just puts it under the basket. He'll be getting a par. And here's Dominik for the birdie.
Yeah, fighting for third
Taking
position
his time.
with Victor.
There we go.
Nice birdie.
Good birdie. He's happy with that.
Well, although he played a birdie, it will be difficult to get close to the two leading guys, I assume. It might be a fight between the newcomer Timo Hartmann, who won the juniors last year by like 10 or 20 throws, because he was already very good a year ago.
Yeah, he's
And,
extremely focused. Timo
very
is one of
focused.
the most focused
Yeah.
players I've seen in Germany for sure.
He was accompanied in all 3 rounds by Antonia Faber, who is the German champ in the female division.
Yes.
She's probably Germany's best female player right now.
Indeed, good birdie for Marvin. to keep
And she
pace.
was like, well, comforting him, like a mother,
Yeah,
like a mentor
like a mentor, yeah.
or an aunt. We'll see. Number 3.
Number 3 is way out there. It's a par 3, almost 150 meters, and it's tucked in right beside that huge tree.
With OB on the left and the right side, and about 10 meters behind the basket, as you can see. It is the third most difficult hole
Yeah,
on the course.
yeah, I'd say reachable only with a roller of some form or an Eagle McMahon sidearm flick flex thing. But most of the players are just going to be getting out into safe area, somewhere around 70 meters, 60, 70 meters to the basket. Hopefully have an easy upshot and just take care of their par.
Well, I don't want to spoiler, but throughout the whole tournament, there was only one birdie on this hole, and let's see if
Let's see if it happens now. The day was nice. There was a
Very
lot of
nice.
wind. It was a very, very warm day. I don't know the exact temperature. It doesn't matter.
It was above
warm.
20. It was around 20, 22 degrees.
Yeah, something like that. Very,
centigrade.
very comfortable weather. And, a little bit of wind, sometimes a lot of wind, but I wouldn't say anything that really blows things out of proportion. So the players had close to perfect playing conditions.
Yeah, well, a little bit too much wind on the final day, but not enough wind to really, bother those pros.
All right, and Victor, who also has a little bit of an advantage on this hole, you would think, because of the way the left-handed throw goes. But he also lays it up to within 40, 50 meters, and now we got the players just trying to chip in and stay close enough to the basket, get it over with, go on to the next hole. So there's a nice little flick. That is... Oh, what a lucky break.
Yeah.
What a lucky break. That was going off, and there is an OB line right at the bushes to the right of the tree. So it is only 30, 40, 50 meters, but you still got to be precise. And Timo has just shown why he's been playing so well. He's so consistent with his upshots and stuff.
Well, he only needs to keep his distance
That's right.
towards Marvin.
That's
so
right.
If
And
Marvin
3 strokes is
does
a
not
lot.
attack, and he will not attack hole number 3 from this position, everything's fine. It's a relatively comfortable lead with 3 strokes.
Right, and he's left his approach. I'd consider that uncomfortably far away from the basket. He left his approach, but he took care of it, and which is a sign of a true I'd like to call Marvin champion, actually, but I don't think he's won.
No, he's never won the German championships,
Yeah.
as far as I can tell. Not in the Open
I know several
division.
years ago
Yeah.
when the German championships were played in Kellenhusen, was that? And Simon was there, and he won. And he actually complained about how bothersomely good Marvin is when he's on point. And yeah, he's a nice guy. Marvin's a nice guy. He's really pleasant and gentle and good guy all around who takes second place. Unfortunately,
We'll
can
see.
I say often?
We'll see. Yeah,
We'll
well,
see. We'll see.
We'll see.
He
Hole
can
number
come
4.
through. It's only 3
par
strokes.
3. Yeah, it looks easy, but with the thick bush on the right and an OB line behind the basket, also a little uphill, it is much more difficult than you would think.
Yes, the bushes on the right at all costs avoidable. Although
Absolutely.
I've seen some people go in there and there is a little access path in it, but then you got more troubles coming in. So, all right, a little 90-meter flick from Timo, who puts
Yeah,
it to
parked
within
it.
3-4 meters, and Marvin's going to follow suit.
Yeah.
Marvin's a prodigy player, so any prodigy players out there can assume or guess what kind of a disc he's using. I have not got a list of all the discs they've used, so...
Well, Timo had put some pressure on Marvin with this parked sidearm. But,
Yeah, pins it.
Not also Marvin countered with also parked sidearm. Dominik did the same thing. Are we looking towards a birdie frame? We'll see what the lefty does.
We'll see what Victor can do with thoughts of, oh no, I'm the only one that's
He
not
always
close yet.
has this little air bounce
Yeah,
thing,
he
which
throws
looks
from
very
really
nice.
low. He throws
And
from really low when
Yeah.
it's controlled, and they're all within...
Very nice. It looks technically very nice.
Yeah.
And well, all 4 players parked, so I'm pretty optimistic we will see our first birdie frame.
There we go. There's
Although-
one. And is Timo a sponsored player? Not from a manufacturer, right? He's sponsored from a store, right? So he has
Yes, I think
an array of different discs, I assume. I know he throws a Doombird
well,
from
I'm pretty
Discmania.
sure some sponsor will pick him up after
That's-
this.
There's
tournament,
Victor
yeah.
trying to give him
Yeah,
some knuckle high fives. And Timo is so focused, he didn't even notice. But
No, Timo
I think
was-
Victor managed to get a
Timo
little
was also
smirk.
very nervous. I mean, this is his first MPO.
Yeah.
After last year's victory in the juniors, it just didn't make sense for him to continue in this division. He needed to step up, and he is probably the most talented player under 18 right now. Well, thanks again to our sponsor, hole number 5.
Hole number 5 is tucked in a corner. We
that's
saw
the tee.
we saw where
Yeah.
the tee box is from the last camera view from the other
It's on a hill.
hole. It's uphill drastically and left and right to left, I mean. So for right-handed players, it's a simple, strong hyzer because it is uphill and as you see with the flag, even though this was taped earlier,
Yeah, that
the
was
wind
taped
is
earlier,
basically
but the wind
same.
is the same. When my Frolf partner Alex taped the holes, it was windy too. Thanks
Yeah.
to Alex for the taping. And we could not afford the drones this time, but I hope you guys enjoy our little hole pictures as well.
Yeah, so Timo parked it with a
Well,
very
the
solid
difficulty
hyzer.
is to land it smooth on this little hill, or it will roll down.
Yeah, yeah. Marvin puts one out there, and he'll get a little skip and roll and sit
Oh, that's perfect.
exactly by the basket. So we got two.
Well, he needs to attack. He's still
probable
3 strokes
birdies.
behind, and
Yeah.
I know it's 14 holes to go, but Timo, man, he was on fire.
He was on fire, and he's not letting go anything. They started with 3-stroke difference. They've played 4 holes already. 3 strokes is still there.
Well, the history of the first 2 rounds was at I think
Ooh,
after
don't roll.
after the
Sit
first
down.
round, the lead of Timo Hartmann was 10 throws.
Okay.
And then Marvin started his comeback, and into the final round it was only 3 throws, and all disc golfers know how much 3 throws actually are.
Sometimes nothing.
That's what I was trying to say.
So Victor Braun, left-handed player, does have a special challenge on this hole, and he's executed it quite well.
Yeah.
And Dominik's actually up, so. And that's in.
Close, but in.
Snuck it over the basket. What is it called, the bottom part? The cage, right? Mm-hmm. That's the cage. So now Victor's looking to put one in. And he misses low.
That's already his second miss. He's a very strong putter usually.
He's an extremely good putter. Yeah, he seems to be a little off.
He's always
today.
very calm, but it looked like he was a little off.
Yeah.
Although I know I have talked to him, he was actually not aiming for the title, and he was actually quite surprised to be in the
finals.
Yeah,
Yes, that happens
finals,
sometimes.
and,
That happens sometimes.
Here we go.
At some points, you feel as if you're not playing so well, and then someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, you're in the finals, by the way," and it's like, "What?" So, anyways,
he's the only of the 3 Braun members without a title yet. Hole number 6.
755 feet. Oh, I've gone to Imperial. So sorry. 230 meters. And again, you're starting from down low in a little bit of a valley and throwing up a hill.
Around a corner, we will see that.
Around the corner. Excuse me. So advantage long throwers here, because you got to get it 120, 130 meters. Oh, and that's gone off way to the right, but apparently that's a good spot to be, to the right of the fairway and way out there.
Yeah.
So
this is the most difficult hole on the course.
Where that bush is that you see, it's the basket is about 50, 60 meters tucked into a corner in the death bushes. Although they have done a beautiful job of clearing up and mowing the grass and.
Oh yeah, the course was
So,
imperfect. A little touch, but I think.
And it's OB,
it was
but
an
it's
OB
okay.
anyway.
It would have been OB. The guy was standing.
The guy was actually already standing in
So we
OB,
won't come down on him.
It doesn't really affect.
But still, pay attention out there
yes,
when you're
sir.
watching.
They have to.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Dominik launches a big drive, and they're basically all trying to get up onto the flat here and have 100, 120 meters left for the approach shot. It's one of the more difficult par fours.
Well, the most difficult.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the most difficult hole on the course. So you really need to get around the bushy corner, as
Victor's done
Victor
beautifully.
done very well, but you
But
will
the
see it
basket's
still.
Yeah. Well, he's
It's-
got a good circle 2 putt.
Probably circle 2.
Yeah.
You really need to position your first throw, and you have to throw it 120, I would say, to have a chance to hyzer with your approach close to the basket. So that's why the hole is so difficult. Very few players can throw that far.
Marvin is one of them, and he sort of cuts the corner a little bit, but he gets in. Beautiful
Perfectly,
throw from Marvin. So he could be taking a stroke. We'll wait and see what Timo does with his approach.
Well, he's now putting the pressure on Timo.
Yeah, who went OB anyways? Oh, that's really bad that we don't know, is it?
We should pay more attention.
Who went OB? We should be paying attention, yeah.
Mm.
But Dominik goes a little off to the right, and there's a huge tree protecting the green as well. I mean, you can't just throw over it, so. And here's Timo, who's cut the corner beautifully and also puts it to within looks like
Bullseye,
relatively
I'd say.
easy putting distance. And Victor's out of circle 2, and he gives it a bit of a bid, but falls left and short.
Well, Dominik is further away than I thought.
Yeah, so's Timo actually. He's got a bit of a putt left over. Oh no, that was right there. That must have been within 5 meters. So he's got the easy birdie.
And
I
Marvin
assume Marvin's got an easy
with the
birdie.
OB.
So
Well, Marvin was the guy who threw it in OB.
oh, okay. So Marvin is actually
Yeah, he saved.
okay, he's
he
saving
saved
his
the par.
par.
Nice.
Dominik's in also. He's
yeah.
probably a little upset about the par there because it is gettable. It is gettable.
So we only saw one birdie, and that's by the leading guy. So it's
4 strokes.
lead right now. Hole number 7.
Hole number 7, straight down. A little bit of OB from the previous hole on the left-hand side. I think the right-hand side is pretty free. The hole is tucked into the trees. There's a little cleared out area. It's only 100 meters, 104 meters. So most players should be reaching it, although there is a low ceiling to get there. And the basket's about 10-15 meters into that low ceiling. So you got to get a shot cooking in there somehow. That will slide a little bit. Looks as if Timo's going for the forehand. He's probably going to go left of that tree towards the people.
Yeah, over the OB zone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. That
This
went
needs
out
to
far
come
left,
back.
and he's gone
And it's a little,
far.
right into the bushes.
Yeah, a little bit too much mustard, as they say,
Yeah.
on that throw.
We don't know yet if he will find a position to birdie from there. I doubt it.
I doubt it as well. So Marvin has a chance to.
Yeah.
He looks as if he's going straight at it.
He can fight back
With a
since he
mid-range?
lost one throw. Probably, yeah.
We'll call it a mid-range.
Yeah. It'd be too
All those
frustrating.
Discmania fans out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Prodigy fans. It was a M something, right?
Yeah.
M3, 4.
I don't know. I didn't count on that. I was too focused on the T-Cam. So any complaints about the T-Cam, you can send them straight to Dr. Delay, Hamburg, Germany.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope
Yeah.
if you want to reply.
And send me money.
And
True.
send money. Oh, and Dominik's put it out to the right, and it's coming in. Oh, and he gets
Also
a
a little
horrible
long.
skip, so he's gone
Yeah.
long.
We'll see.
All right, Victor's gone also over the people and over the OB a little
Yeah,
bit, but he's gone. Oh, that
Coming
and
back
there
strongly.
we go. There we go.
Here
That's
we
the
have-
shot you want. Right in there, almost in the bullseye. So it does appear as if he does have a view of the basket.
Yeah.
So birdie is a potential here
Yeah,
for him.
let's see what happens.
Oh, and he
That's
just kisses the
interesting. He
chains
not
on.
just missed it. It will be another tough putt to
come
to
back.
par this hole.
Dominik also with good fortune to have a line at the basket after going deep.
Oh, he's very strong. He has very long legs. He can stretch.
And he's
He's-
just off the bottom of the cage.
Yeah.
Didn't quite commit enough to the putt. He's upset at that.
Here's a chance for Marvin to win at least one stroke back.
And that's
he
in
does
for
it.
birdie. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So we're back on 3 strokes if Timo putts his. And that's unusual. That's
Oh my God,
That's,
I
that's
was
a bullseye
concerned you were-
putt.
I was
That's
concerned with your foreshadowing here.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me at the last tournament. missing from bullseye like
Yeah, that's
all
horrible.
the time.
That's horrible.
very
That
unusual.
happens to the best players.
Must have been the nerves, because I have never seen Timo missing a putt from like bullseye
No.
distance. So it's only two strokes
Wow, well,
now.
that's a little
So,
change of events. I'm
yes,
sure Marvin
and,
was also a little surprised by that. So we'll see what happens on the next hole.
Hole number 8.
Hole number 8 is also a par 4, a little shorter this time.
A little
Again,
similar to hole 6, if I might say, because it also requires a long drive straight ahead and then
Yeah.
a hyzer approach around the corner. Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you, because some throwers go straight over the bushes, and that's a hole which can be played eagle.
Yeah.
And we had 2 eagles over the tournament.
Yes, and I was expecting some of these players who I
Yeah.
assume can throw over
Well, especially
all the
Marvin,
way.
he needs to attack.
Yeah. But he lays it out safely to the zone. You can see the basket's way
Yeah,
back
also
there.
the
Hello,
TD,
Mr. TD.
smiling TD.
Hello. Get out of the way.
So
Get
that's
out of
the
the way of
route
the
I was
cameras.
talking about. And Victor is really attacking this hole.
And you know what? I love Victor anyways, but I love him even more for even attempting this.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, this is a huge
it is a
throw.
huge hyzer.
And I think he just got it off a little bit too far to the left. And
It was not as powerful as necessary.
No,
We will
he-
see.
it was a
He
totally
landed
good
in the
plan.
bushes.
He wasn't upset with the...
But I liked it. I mean, he was attacking.
yes,
And,
yes. And that's what we want to see, right? We want to see some of
Absolutely.
these players attacking. And so Dominik is doing a solid... I guess what you could call
Yeah,
a,
that's
a
perfect.
solid fairway throw.
That's pretty much perfect.
That's
It
where you
is-
want to be.
It's a hyzer
as a right-handed
approach,
player.
30, 40 meters from there. Shouldn't be a problem for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Marvin positioned his drive. Let's see if Timo can fight back.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, the standard
Not as
long
good as
distance fairway
Dominic's,
disc.
but should be a problem.
So here's Marvin. It is also a very tight lid. It doesn't look that
Yeah,
tight, but
but-
it is tight when you're there to actually get in. And the basket is quite far back, and Marvin seemed to have done a pretty good job of that. So here's Timo.
Yeah,
also
pretty much
probably
the same
about
position.
40, 50 meters at the most.
It was a standard
Just
hyzer
as-
approach.
yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem for those
And
guys.
he looks happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
and that has
Well-
gone long.
yeah. This
Okay,
might
so-
be. Yeah, Timo showed a little weakness. I don't know. It must have been the nerves, of course, because Marvin was constantly putting pressure on him.
Yeah.
Dominik with a perfect standard approach.
So here's Timo.
Yeah.
Edge of the circle, I'd say maybe 8-9 meters. In the bushes. And it's up. And
What
he
a
makes
putt.
the putt. Yeah, it's a
Under
great
this pressure,
putt.
he
Yeah.
saved the birdie. He does not smile because he was so focused. I can
Yes.
tell you folks, he is a very friendly and nice guy, and he does smile a lot outside outside the rounds. Yeah, unfortunately we missed the scramble. This is already
Of Victor's
Yeah.
scramble to get out.
no.
Okay.
He was actually. I'm confused.
He was in the.
birdied
He was in the woods. Did
He
that
was
say
in the
birdie?
woods. Yeah, he did see the birdie. So he actually. Did he throw over?
Well, no, he didn't
Or-
throw over. I think he threw out and then
Yeah.
put in his putt. That's 3. It's par 4.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's
My
all
mistake.
good.
My mistake.
Marvin for a very important putt.
Yeah, he needs to put this in.
And it's
But he does.
easy enough.
So 3 strokes, and we have almost finished the first half. The last hole of the front 9 will be hole number 9,
Hole number 9.
and on the right.
On the left is water, but it's a little far away and protected from bushes. On the right is a path. And in the middle are 2 benches. that you have to navigate. So it's 100 meters, a slight left to right, although it's theoretically also straight, as many disc golf holes are. But I'd say for the most part, these players are going to be, the right-handed players are going to go with a little flick and just try and, it's also low ceiling, unless you go really wide, but then you're adding another 20 meters to the throw. And it looks as if Marvin has just chucked down a little, and he's gone long. So that's a pretty solid forehand to get 110, 115 meters. Looked gently thrown, so he's got a solid forehand, and now comes Victor.
Right now in this picture, you can actually see talking Timo to his mentor, Antonio Faber, which I had mentioned before. A little short.
Yeah, I think he hit a little tree there. He was upset with that because he was really happy with the throw, and then it hit what is apparently a ghost tree. You know those ghost trees, right? The ones that just all of a sudden appear in the path of your disc.
Yeah. Why trees?
Yeah. Why trees? Have a look at Nate Sexton's Why Trees discs and poems. They're fantastic. And the answer to why trees is also because.
That's true.
Because why not trees would be horrible.
I wonder what those very nice disc golfers in Iceland do, because they have no trees. Or very few.
Yes, they play with around polar bears, I heard.
Oh, okay.
What a stupid thing to say. They play around polar bears. I'm sure they got bushes and shrubs.
Don't they have like giant rocks and like trolls living in those rocks?
Oh,
Something
good
like
attempt.
This. Well, back
good
to the
attempt.
German championships, and hi to my Icelandic friends from here.
Victor just a little out of his comfort zone.
Victor was not. It was not his best putting day, I have to say.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Well, let's see how he will putt on the back nine. Also, Marvin needs to
put these in.
Yeah, and he did not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very soft putter, isn't he?
He is.
He's got a very soft putt. You don't see a lot of flybys from him.
That's true.
Timo nails it in. He's sort of a very soft putt, but it's also good and solid, which is the sign of a pro. A very good pro player is when the putts just go in, like straight in. There we go. Also a good putt from Dominik. And that's just about it for the front nine, isn't it?
It is. This was the front nine. Oh, let's finish. Let's see Victor putting his. And also Marvin. It's a 2-stroke lead for Timo Hartmann. And I hope you liked the front nine of the lead card in the final of the MPO and the 35th German Championships here in Salzgitter. We hope you will also watch with us the back nine, and thanks to my co-commentator Dave Lizotte.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll see you on the back.